have a renewables energy grant that we've given out. We have placed well over 70 solar systems in Bayview, Hunters Point, and Portrero. We had a solar training program a few years ago, $1.5 million that trained 20 residents over there. We have a food security grants that we've given out. We currently help run a small farmers market over in Bayview, Hunters Point. That happens every Wednesday, I believe from 9 to 1 p.m. Because one of the issues that Bayview Hunters Point faces is it had a lot of, and still does, a lot of corner stores, liquor stores, but they didn't have a lot of groceries and fresh produce. And so what we wanted to try to do is to help provide fresh produce to residents over there so that they had access to it. And they didn't necessarily have to leave their community to go to another community to get fresh vegetables and produce. The farmers market opened 2 years ago. And so this is the last year of the farmers market. It's been a little challenging kind of getting the word out about the farmers market, because it is run during the day. But you know, for the people who are regulars, they're very excited about it, and they come out and they use the farmers market quite often. So renewables, we have also worked with groups to do clean air projects. A big problem over there is asthma. So we've helped folks in the past get, you know, these clean air units to help address their asthma. People have said that they, you know, had better air in their homes. Another focus, since the power plants were a big concern, we also did a program where we had a year-long air quality study. And unfortunately, at the end of the study, we found out that the air is actually pretty good over there. And so what we tried to do is start focusing on the housing, because, you know, Bayview Hunters Point does have a high rate of asthma, high rate of chronic disease like cancers and diabetes. And so what we want to do is just kind of focus and try to find out how can we help folks in their homes. So we have other programs like Healthy Homes, where we make sure the home's clean, that they try to use cleaning products and pest control products that are not as toxic. So if they do have children with asthma, that they're not ingesting or inhaling these things. It greatly affects Bayview. It really does. There's thousands of cars that go through that neighborhood, and the air quality is greatly impacted. It also is an industrial area, and so there are a number of trucks, diesel trucks, that go through that area as well. But San Francisco has been, you know, really making some efforts to help improve the air quality over in Bayview Hunters Point. You know, we don't really regulate traffic. So again, our department can't really do anything about the traffic going 101 and 280. But what we have tried to do is reduce the amount of diesel that comes out of tailpipes and the little pipes on these trucks. The city of San Francisco and our department. Some of the efforts that we've taken on is recently the Department of Supervisors signed into law on construction projects on off-road diesel vehicles. They have to use B20, which is biodiesel, 20% biodiesel. Also, they have to use emission controls to reduce their emissions as well. So there are efforts that's going on by the city to kind of help reduce the impact of diesel in Bayview Hunters Point. And that's just a few. So the mayor issued an executive directive that all city fleets use B20 as well. The MTA or Muni, they've reduced their emissions over the last 10 years by 80%. So the city has taken efforts to help reduce the problems that have been historically facing Bayview Hunters Point. At the end of the day, if you have somebody living by a toxic dump site, they're going to have health problems. So I had a hard time differentiating, like, what's the difference between public health and environmental justice? Because, you know, you want to make sure that people are safe and live in healthy areas and healthy conditions. But I do see the focus of environmental justice in that, you know, it's the environment. And so sometimes the health section only deals with the afterwards. You know, it's the after somebody has cancer or the after someone has a chronic disease. And so I think environmental justice tries to deal with prevention in the sense that, hey, let's not even have people living, you know, by a power plant or by a toxic site, you know, so they deal with those issues.